Hello everyone, my name is Shafi. Today in this class we are going to discuss about COCM dial plan. Okay, let's see what chapter objectives we have. First, overview of the dial plan. Next, the calls originate from means when we have a infrastructure, uh, from where exactly the call is originating, not only from the IP phone, when it is reaching to the different devices, from where and all, how the call originates, then digit addressing method. That means whenever you dial any number, how exactly it's going to be addressing, and finally the call routing types. We have this one. Next, call routing components, digit analysis, understanding route pattern. Okay. So all these are the basic, still here, digit analysis, just theoretically we are discussing that one. Suppose you have a skinny phone or SIP phone, when you are dialing the number, how exactly it carries the number from your IP phone to the call manager to the gateway, gateway to the ISP or gateway service provider or gateway to the PSTN. That's how we just discussing that one, how the numbers are originating or carrying or analyzing the digit, that one. But finally, that's very important, understanding the route pattern here, this one. Why? Because without this route pattern, it's not possible to be dial out. See, if you remember on the gateway, whenever if you want to be dial out, we are creating a dial pair, outbound dial pair here. Now, if the call wants to be sent outside from the call manager, that means send outside means the call has to be go from the call manager to the gateway and gateway to the provider, then route pattern is required. Without route pattern, it's not possible to route the call here. So let's see what exactly the dial plan overview. Dial plan is a numbering plan for the voice-enabled network. It is the way you assign individual block of telephone number, that's into E.164 format, to physical lines or circuit. Dial plan is what? It's a number. Okay. Without number, is it possible to communicate? No, it's not possible to communicate that one. Okay. Next, access code, area code, specialized code, and combination of the numbers of digit dial are all part of any particular dial plan. See what happened here. When you have a multiple offices, multiple branch, okay, every branch we create some codes, site code. We call it as a site, SIT, site code here, this one. Why you have to configure as a site code? For different reason, you can be configure that site code here. Okay. For an example, we have office in Bangalore. For Bangalore, one code we have created. Singapore, one code we have created. Hong Kong, one code we have created. Tokyo, we have created one code. Dubai, we have created like this one. It's not mandatory again. Okay, it's not a mandatory, but still what happened this one, every organization, whenever they have multiple offices, multiple location, every location they create some codes. Okay, so that easily they can understand. Okay, so all the dial plans or all the all the any other configuration you're doing based on, for example, you have created device pool. How you will be creating a device pool? Device pool with the name, you will be creating the location. Before to that, you can also give the site code. Okay, and that site code also is the part of the dial plan here. How exactly the site code dial plan means, whenever if you want to call out, for example, this is my IP phone I'm having. From the IP phone, I want to dial to the mobile phone. To dial the mobile phone, what happened this one? Directly, if you dial the mobile, it will not connecting. Before to that, one extra digit you have to dial that one. For example, 9 you have to dial first. First you dial the 9. After that, any number you can dial that one. So it goes. Now this 9 is the site code here, this one, or area code or access code, we can say that one. Okay, why we are creating all this 9 or extra digit, we'll discuss later. Okay, a dial plan consists of the following component: endpoint addressing, call routing and path selection, digit manipulation, calling leverages, call coverage. Whenever you dial, all these components, it's going to be covered here, this one. Okay, endpoint addressing means number. Then call routing and path selection. When you dial the number to go outside, you can use multiple gateways. You can use multiple paths. Okay, it has to be decided. For example, you have two routers. First, where it has to be go. Okay, or you have a single gateway. When the call is hitting on the gateway, now in the gateway, one is the ISP you have, ITSP you have, another is the PSTN you have, this one. Here it has to be decided, the call has to be go via here or here. Okay. Next, digit manipulation. Digit manipulation, already you are aware on the gateway level. we do the manipulation, right? On call manager also, we do the manipulation here. Why we have to do? Depend on the scenario, okay? Depend on the requirement. So there are different manipulation come that one. How that manipulation works, we'll discuss. Then calling privileges. Calling privileges means permissions, okay? So there is a concept of partition and CSS. Okay, later there is a separate class on that one. I'm going to take the separate class on the partition and CSS. So it's going to be checking out the calling privileges. Whether you have a whatever the number, we have a different types of number. Emergency number, we have local number, we have national number, we have international number, we have this one. So you can give the permission to make only emergency and local. You don't have the permission to make national call or international call, that one. All that we can be defined by the calling privileges, that one. Okay. Starting from endpoint to calling privileges, this is for outbound call from the call manager if it is wants to go outside. And the last component, that's a call coverage. This is for incoming call. This is for incoming call. There is a concept of hunt pilot or pilot number. We have this one. Okay. So for that, it comes under the call coverage, that one. So generally what happened, example, the call center setup, you are aware, means you will be having one toll-free number. You are dialing that toll-free number, and internally multiple agents will be there. It can be connected to any agent. That can be configured under the call coverage here, this one. But whatever the features we get it in the call center IVR system, we will not get all the features here. Simple setup you want to be configured. You have only one sale number or marketing number or something, that one. If anybody dial that one, so internally 5 users are there. So, okay, any one user can answer that call. Okay. So for that call coverage, again, that also hunt pilot, there is a separate class. I'm going to be take that one. What is the hunt pilot, how it works, how we can configure and everything, that one. So that's about the dial plan. Dial plan means it's just a number. We require a number, okay, to dial the number. And when we are dialing the number, different access codes also we are going to be configure. Okay, it's required as per the requirement, as per the methods. Okay, next, call originate from. From where the call is originate? Primarily, the call will be originate from the IP phone. Then, when you are dialing the number, the call is going to reach till the call manager, right? That's it. From the call manager, one more call leg it's going to represent. Okay, that is also call originate here, this one. That's what we are discussing. In what and all the components, the call is going to be originate here. Phones, obviously. Gateways and trunks, okay, it will be originating. Voicemail port or CTI port. Gateways means on the gateway, the trunk you have, SIP trunk you have there. Voicemail port means what happened actually, what is the voicemail port here? Or CTI port, computer telephony integration port here. This is my CUCM. Then I have the Unity connection, Cisco Unity connection. This is for voicemail system. Actually, all the phones are registered under the call manager, right? My extension is 1001, for example. Now, we have the Unity connection also. Between call manager and Unity connection, there will be a connection between the call manager and Unity connection that we have to integrate that one. Okay. Now, this is the user 1, and its extension 1001. Same profile will be exist here also. User 1, 1001. Then only it's possible. So now someone is calling and this user is not answering the call. Then the call goes to the voicemail. Okay. To reach the voicemail from here to here, then we require the port numbers, voicemail port numbers. Here we have to configure here. How many port number you require? See, for example, you can configure 5 port number. That means from here to here or here to here to communicate, it use these port numbers. Okay, simultaneously only 5 users can access that one. Why? Because you have used only 5 ports. You want more than that, then you have to be configure that one. That's what originating. CTI port also similarly here. Okay, CTI port, what happen? Either you can create a CTI port to reach your call from here to Unity connection, or the contact center UCCX or UCCE, to reach the call from the call manager to UCCE, we require the CTI port. That's a connection path. Okay, that's a connection or path here, this one, to reach that one. So that is what the CTI ports we are having, this one. Generally, whenever we do the practical, then easily you can understand. Now, a few things it get bounced, but still, just you remember the voicemail port and CTI ports. Translations pattern. Okay, this is the component we use in the call manager to manipulate the numbers. Translation pattern, it is used to manipulate the number here. Okay, calling party and call party number we can manipulate. If you remember voice translation rules and profiles we have right in the gateway, so that we use to manipulate the number on the gateway, but on to manipulate the number on the call manager, translation patterns we use this one. Okay, so these are the different components where from where the call is going to be originate that one. Got it? Next is a digit addressing method here. Suppose you have an IP phone. From the IP phone, you are dialing the number. How exactly it sends the number? From the IP phone to the call manager. See, I am taking the IP phone, I am dialing the number here. Now it has to be carried this digit from the IP phone to the till call manager here. How it's going to carry that number? That is what addressing method here, this one. Now in the IP phone, we have two types of phones, right? Skinny and SIP. Depend on what firmware is loaded on the IP phone here. So if it is using the Skinny, it sends digit by digit or N block. It sends the digit by digit and N block. That means if there is any IP phone, okay, if that IP phone, if I am dialing the number, it sends digit by digit. For example, I am dialing 1001. I am dialing 1, it carries 1, 0, 0, 0, again 1. That's what digit by digit. Okay. N block means what? Instead of carrying the 1 by 1, all the 4 digit 1001. That's my number, right? My number is what? 1001. This is the IP phone. I am dialing 1001. Full all this digit it's going to be carried in one shot. That is called N block here, this one. Okay. Now, when digit by digit you understood. Whenever you dial 1001, it carries. In which scenario it carries as a N block? Now, we have a different methods. We have a different methods to dial the number. Example, let me bring it sorry, not this one. Let me turn on my phone and show you. Here we go. So this is my phone. Can you see this one? Now I can take the cradle. Cradle means what? Receiver I can take. I can dial number. Generally, here in the soft phone, we don't have the cradle. You can enable speaker here, right? After enabling speaker, now you can dial the number 6061009. Got it? So the cradle you have to take and speaker. From here, if you are dialing the number, it goes as a digit by digit. You take the cradle and dial the number, or turn on the speaker and dial the number, it carries the number as a digit by digit. Now, without turn on this speaker or without taking the cradle, I can dial the number. See what I can do? Can you check it out that what number, what phones are registered and what extension it's having? Because I ask you to be configure 1009, but that 1009 is not there. 6461001 is there. Okay, fine. So for example, without taking cradle or receiver, now what I'm doing, I'm just dialing 6061001. See what I'm doing? I have not taken any cradle, receiver or the speaker, just dialing the number. After that, I'm using a soft key here. Can you see this one? Okay, soft key 6461001. This soft key dial I'm using. In this case, it goes as a N block. In this case, what happened? So without taking cradle, if you take cradle or receiver or speaker when you are dialing, it goes as a digit by digit. Now what happened? I'm dialing all the digits 646 1002. Okay. Then the soft key button I am using to dial out. In this case, what happened? The number goes as a N block. One thing. Then there is another option. If you go to the directory, here already you have missed call, receive call, place call, right? From here, 3001 something we have. Okay. From here again, if I use the dial button soft key, it goes as an N block. Got it? The call history, if you are dialing, like from missed call, receive call, dial call, or you're dialing a number, then you are using a soft key, dial soft key. In that case, it will be carry number as a N block. Or straightforward, you are taking the receiver or speaker and dialing the number, then it goes as a digit by digit, this one. Got it? How Skinny phone supports digit by digit and N block. Got it, this one? Okay. The next is SIP. SIP uses KPML, similar to digit by digit, keypad markup language, we can call it. Okay. N block. N block means, again, similarly, you are aware when the digit by digit, how it carries, or the N block. There is a one more option. We have SIP dial rules. What is this SIP dial rules? By default, you don't have the configuration, this SIP dial rules. You can configure it. You can configure it means, now for an example, how actually call processing or call routing happens. This is my CUCM. Then phones are registered here. Whenever if I dial any number, for example, I'm dialing some number 97380278864. This is the number I'm dialing. It carries till the call manager. In the call manager, it's going to be checking out what type of number is this. 97380278864. It's an internal number or external number. Oh, it's an external number. Okay. Then it has to be sent to the gateway. From the gateway, it has to connect to the PSTN. That's how the call manager understand, oh, this is the external number, I have to send it to the gateway here, this one. This is how process happens. But we have one concept of SIP dial rules. Whatever these numbers we are creating to go outside, the same number we can be created under the SIP dial rules also. Okay, if it is a SIP phone, okay, once you register this IP phone under the call manager, okay, if there is any SIP dial rule you have created, that dial rules, it's going to be load locally on the IP phone. That's going to be load locally on the IP phone. Whenever if you're dialing the number, okay, here, before sending that number to the CUCM, it's check here itself locally that one, that number is exist or not. That is the concept of SIP dial rules. This works only in the SIP phone, not in the Skinny phone. And by default, there will be no configuration that you have to be configured, but generally nobody is going to configure that one. Why? Because even if you have created dial rule something, okay, the call has to go to the call manager, right? Because this IP phone can't send it the call to the gateway, right? We don't have an option. It has to be go here, from here it has to be connected. So that's the reason we are not going to be create any dial rule, but still you have an option. If you want to be create a SIP dial rule, you can create that one. So that is the one thing on the SIP phone. Next, gateway. Right? Now you have MGCP H.323 SIP gateway. The call is coming or hitting on the gateway. How it's going to be sent the numbers. Example, this is your PSTN. Then call is coming on the gateway. You can configure this gateway as anything. You can configure MGCP H.323. Then you have a CUCM here, this one. Okay. How it's going to be send the call. N block, overlap sending and receiving only for PRI. N block means what happened? All the digits it's sending in one shot. Okay. Or overlap sending and receiving means if it is a PRI connection, it can be sent digit by digit also, that one. Okay. Next, trunk, N block, overlap sending, translation pattern, N block. Got it? So only the IP phones it sent the digit by digit. But from the call manager, it's going to the gateway, or gateway to call manager if it is coming to the call manager, or from the gateway it is going to the provider. Always it's sent as a N block. Got it? N block. Now, if you have, this is your gateway. From the gateway, you have connected to the PSTN with FXO. You remember FXO, foreign exchange office, that is the unlock connection. In this scenario, it carries digit by digit. FXO doesn't support N block. FXO supports digit by digit. That one. Next call routing types we have intra-site within the single site. Okay. Inter-site, that means on net between the two sites within a cluster. Then off net between the two sites over the PSTN. Okay. Getting this one? What is the intra-site? Inter-site, this is the CUCM. I'm having IP phones. Consider this is your headquarter. Okay. Within the site you are communicating. This is called intra-site. Now I'm having a branch office. Okay. Now I want to communicate from headquarter to branch office. Then we have what here? ITSP we have. If the call is connecting with the ITSP, then it's called on-net. If the call is connecting via PSTN, now I'm dialing, the call is routing from the PSTN, then it's called off-net. You have to understand this, on-net, off-net. On-net, off-net, going outside, whether through PSTN or the WAN it is going outside. So that is what the on-net and off-net that. PSTN, straightforward, PSTN subscriber. For example, any mobile number you are dialing. So it's a through PSTN only, it will be goes authorized. And this on-net, off-net, it will be reaching to the another office. There also we have the IP phone, that one. Now, through the internet also we can go through the PSTN also, because internet is not working, then the call can be routed via PSTN, this one. PSTN means it's a completely PSTN, mobile number. How it reaches? Through PSTN only, that one. Call routing components. These are the different call routing components we have. Directory number, DN number. Any number if you assign to the IP phone, it can be any phone, hard phone, soft phone, Jabber, anything, that one. That number, whatever we have, right? Generally we call extension number, but actually is DN number. DN means directory number. The actual technical word is what? DN. But in general, we call it extension, right? Next, translation pattern. This translation pattern we use to manipulate the number. Next, route pattern, to make external call, the call to be send it or forward to the outside. Route pattern we required. Hunt pilot number, okay? Automatic call discovery, that one. Say, for example, one single number, it has to be read to the multiple, hunt pilot. Call park number, meet me number, that one. So these are the different types of numbers we have. In a call manager, we have a different types of number. Directory number we have, translation pattern number we have, route pattern number we have, hunt pilot number we have, call park number we have, meet me number we have. Don't worry, we are going to be learn about all these things. Okay, hunt pilot separate class we have, route pattern, yes, in this video, in this class we are going to discuss about. In the next upcoming class, route pattern, translation pattern, separate class we have this one, and again call park number and meet me number. These are the features, okay, where you can be configure that one. What is the call park number and meet me number, that one. Digit analysis. Digit analysis means whenever you dial the number, when it is hitting to the call manager, how the call manager is going to be analysis, that one, which we have already discussed in the gateway also. Similar way here also it's going to be analysis. Okay. When there are multiple digit analysis result for the same dial pattern, CUCM perform closest match. Okay. Example here, this one. See, this is the call manager I'm having here. Okay. This is the 1000. My phone number is 1000. There is another phone number 1001. From this phone, I'm dialing 10001. When you are dialing 1, it's sending a digit by digit, right? The call manager is going to be check it out. Okay, with the one single number, how many different numbers are matching? 0. How many matching? 0. Like this one. Possibility, how many matches are there? Which is the closest match to route the call? That's how digit analysis happens, this one. Same thing. Example, I am dialing 1211. First, I am dialing 1. See, there are different numbers we have here. This one also matches. This one also matches. This one also matches. This one. Because in every pattern, first number is what? 1. Here also 1, 1. Next number is 2. It will not match. Because next number is here. 1, 1 we have. Yeah, this one matches. Even this one also matches. In the bracket 2 we have. This one will not match. This one will not match. This one will not match. Only these two patterns matches. Okay. Next is a 1. Again, this one is matching, but this one will not match here. Only this one is matching this one. This is how whenever you dial the number, possibly how many patterns are matching. It's going to be analysis. Finally, which is the closest match or explicit match? Based on that, it will be routing the call. That's the digit analysis. Finally, okay, route pattern, and this is very, very important to send the call outside from the call manager. Few components we have, 3 components will get involved in this one. Then we'll go to the practicals here, this one. Understanding route pattern. The CUCM call routing database include the directory number of IP phone and various item configured in the CUCM cluster. CUCM doesn't know about any phone numbers external to CUCM. Gateway and trunks allow CUCM to communicate with other systems using traditional TDM interfaces like FXO, FXS, T1, E1, CAS, CCS, or gateway protocol for Cube like H.323, SIP as the communication integration. Wherever you dial any number, external number, now gateway doesn't know the external numbers. Okay. Now always what happened this one, the call has to be forwarded to the gateway. Call has to be forwarded to the gateway, that one. Now how it can forward the call from the call manager to the gateway? By using route pattern. That's a very simple, that one. Something explanation is there. It's very simple, already you are aware. IP phone to call manager to gateway, gateway to provider. Now in between, what different protocols comes? We are not using single protocol here. IP phone to call manager, one protocol we are using. Call manager to gateway, another protocol we are using. Gateway to provider, another protocol we are using. To make a one call, multiple protocols we use. We are not using a single protocol. Yes, sometimes it may use single protocol. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay, there are many things are there. So here we can discuss how exactly the route pattern works. Consider this is my CUCM and this is my IP phone. Its extension is 1001 and this phone is registered under the call manager here. Okay. Now here, this is there is another office, San Jose. Here also we have an IP phone here in this one. Its number is 140852640000, this one. Okay. Now I want to read this number here. To read this number, I'm dialing here number. Can you see this? 91408526400. It's same number, but before to that, I'm dialing 9. That is called access code. That is called, and it's not mandatory. It's not mandatory to configure that one, but still it's a procedure and many organizations they follow. Whenever if I want to dial out the number to go call outside, we create some number. It can be anything. For an example, in my company, if you talk about, If the national call, if we want to dial, national means within country, the access code is 0. First we dial 0, then number we dial. International number, if you want to dial, first we dial 00, okay, country code and number we dial this one. See, 0 and 00, this is like an access code. That's not a mandatory, that one. Why we are configuring like this? There are many number of patterns you are going to be creating the call manager. You are not creating 1, 2, 3 numbers. There are many patterns you will be creating. To make easy to the call manager to process that one, you can dial number, there will be many numbers matching, analysis happens, matching, everything. If you configure 00, 0 or 00, which you have configured for India, easily what happens, this one, it will understand this is the India number, it will be route. Or else what happens, it takes some delay. Anyhow, nothing will happen. Even you create hundreds of pattern, the call will be route that one. There are some time what happens, there are some chances what happen, this one, conflict will happen. There are multiple patterns matches. Suppose actually pattern 1 has to be matched to go outside the call. Pattern 2 is matching and the call is routing in the wrong way here. It will not connect that one. So that's the reason what happened this one. We create a access code. That's it. Again, it's not mandatory, that one. To avoid the conflicts, okay, for simple processing, we are making the call manager as a simple processing. We creating a access code. Most of the organization, they use 9 to go the call outside from the PSTN. But 9, you have to dial the 9, but call manager will not send 9 to the gateway. Okay, see, now this number is 1408, 1408, but I'm dialing 9 also here, this one. 9 1408 526 4003. This hitting to the call manager. With this number 91408, we have created one route pattern. Okay, route pattern defines external call outside to the call manager. What is route pattern? It's an interview question, that one. Route pattern defines it's an external call. Okay, outside the call manager to route, we have to create a route pattern number. It's matching here. See here, 9 dot we have. That means we have created a pattern with a 9 dot, means whenever user is dialing, user has to dial 9. But before dot, whatever number is there, it's going to strip, digit, no digit strip or forward digits, similar to that one. Now the call manager will be stripping the 9. After that, whatever the 1408, it's sending to the gateway. Now I have 2 gateways. Can you see this one here in the diagram? One gateway is connected to the WAN, another gateway is connected to the PSTN here. Now in the route pattern, you can define who is my primary gateway, who is my secondary gateway. Now primary gateway is what? IP WAN. So what happened here? The call goes always like this. The call is first, it's hitting on the call manager. From the call manager, first call goes to the IP WAN. From the IP WAN, it will be connecting. Suppose if the WAN is not working or this gateway is not working, then automatically the call manager will be sent the call via PSTN. So that we are defining under the route pattern. In the route pattern, we are defining whether the call has to be go via IP WAN or PSTN. Got it? This is how the path selection we have. First, route pattern, there are 3 components. There is a hierarchy for the route pattern. Route pattern, route list, route group, gateway. All right. So next we'll discuss about the route pattern. What exactly the route pattern? It's very important. Even in they'll ask in an interview. Okay, a route pattern defines to make an external call, and also it decides via which path the call has to be route here, this one. And whenever to make external call, means if the call wants to be go outside, we require the route pattern. Without route pattern, it's not possible to be send the call outside here. Okay, in route pattern, we have a hierarchy. The hierarchy is like this: route pattern, route list, route group, and gateway. Okay, but whenever we dial, first route pattern comes, then route list comes, then route group comes, then gateway comes. But configuration comes from the bottom. Configuration, directly you want to create a route pattern, it's not possible. First, you have to configure gateway, then you have to configure route group, then you have to configure route list, then you have to configure route pattern here. The gateway means, like similarly how H.323, MGCP, SIP gateway are configuring the call manager, right? That is the gateway. Okay, that is the gateway. Consider I have already created one gateway, SIP gateway. So in the now the whatever the lab we have created the SIP gateway we have. Then you can create a route group. Okay, route group is just a name. You can give any name that one. Okay, under the route group, you can associate the gateway. See here, simple example. I am having one is the IP WAN. IP WAN means ITSP connection. Another one is the PSTN connection. So totally I am using 3 routers. Totally how many routers I am using? 3. That means 3 gateways I have configured. One gateway to the WAN connection, another 2 gateway for the PSTN connection here, this one. So that's what. Now any protocol you can use to be configured this one. So for an example, you can use it any protocol. Suppose here I'm using SIP protocol. Here I'm using either MGCP protocol or H.323 protocol. I'm using this 3 gateway. That means in my CUCM, totally 3 gateways I have configured. Then after I'm creating a route group here. Okay, there are 2 route groups I'm creating. One route group for the WAN, IP WAN, another route group for the PSTN. Consider this route group name is PSTN route group. This is ITSP route group. Okay, this is just a name. Any name you can give this one. Under this ITSP route group, this gateway I have associated. Under this PSTN route group, these 2 routers I have associated. Okay, these 2 routers I have associated here, this one. Then after, route list I have to be created. Again, route list also, it's a name. It's a name here, this one. Now, for example, this is my headquarter route list. This is the name, headquarter route list. Under the route list, route groups comes. Whatever the route group you have created. Now, there are 2 route groups we have, right? One is ITSP route group. Another one is PSTN route group. Then after, route pattern we are creating. Here we get the number. Here we get what? Number. For an example, we have an emergency number. Emergency number is 101. This is the number. Now, in IP phone, if I dial 101, from the IP phone, it goes to the call manager. In the call manager, it's going to be check it out. What is this number? 101. Yes, 101 is matching. That's a route pattern. That's what? Route pattern. Okay, if this number matches, now which is associated to the route list? Which route list is associated? Headquarter route list it's associated. If the number is matching, that's a route pattern. So this route pattern is associated with the route list. Which route list is matching? Headquarter route list. Now it goes to the headquarter route list. Under the headquarter route list, we have 2 route groups. Which is on the top? ITSP route group. Okay, this is the one ITSP route group it goes. Okay, now under this route group, how many gateways we have? Only one gateway. Now this route group sending the call to this gateway. From the gateway, it goes outside. This is how the call flow happens. Got it? Route pattern, route list, route group, gateway. In a route group, we get gateway information. In a route list, we get route group information. Okay. In a route pattern, we get route list information. That's how hierarchy we have this one. Suppose now here ITSP service provider is down, or connection is down, or this router is down, is not working. Then again it go back to the route list. Okay, who is on my second list? PSTN route group. Then the call comes to the PSTN route group. Again, in the PSTN route group, you have two gateways, which is on the top. This one, the call goes here. Suppose if this gateway also not available, then call will be routed via this gateway here, this one. Okay. This is for the redundancy purpose. Route pattern we use to make external call. From the CUCM, if the call wants to be go outside, route pattern we require. And we have a hierarchy: route pattern, route list, route group, and gateway. This hierarchy we follow for the redundancy purpose. For the redundancy, suppose you have multiple gateways, multiple providers to reach with a single number, it has to be reached. Like when the call is coming route list, whether the call has to be go here or here. Or sometimes what happen, you don't take it as the PSTN. You have two different providers, two different gateways. In that scenario, what happen? Call is coming here. First, it goes to the, consider this is the Tata route group, Airtel route group you have. So Tata group, Tata router we have. From here, the call goes. If the Tata is not available, then it goes to the Airtel route group. In the Airtel route group, whatever the gateway we have, it goes this one for redundancy, backup. Got it? So for this reason, we had to be follow this route pattern. Clear? Now let's configure route pattern. So before to that, I'll explain you about my lab setup here, lab scenario here. Before we get into this one, let me explain the lab scenario here. Okay, the lab we have like this. Understand the lab. I'm having CUCM. This is my CUCM. Then few phones we have registered here in the CUCM. It's having the extension 6061001, 6061002, then 6061004. That's how 100210. This is how extensions we have. Then I have one router. Then this router, this is the gateway which is connected to PSTN. In PSTN, I have two phones. One is the analog phone, which is connected on the FXS port. Its number is 97380278664. Okay. There is another phone. Actually, this is the CIPC phone, Cisco IP communicator, which I have installed in my laptop, that one. But actually, that phone is registered in the PSTN, that one. Here, I have configured three numbers. One is 101. One is that's 101. It's an emergency number I have created. Another number is 98454999388. That's the number. And this is like a national number I have created. This is the emergency number. One international number I have created. One, that means US number, that one. 456789012 that is the international number. These three numbers I have configured here, this one. Now I want to be achieved. I want to make a call from any of this one. For example, take it this 6461004. From here, I want to dial all these numbers here. To dial all these numbers, so the call will be hitting. So before to that, this is the E1 connection we have. Then between the CUCM to the gateway, SIP protocol we are using. That means this router we have configured as a SIP gateway. So now I'm going to be configure the route pattern. Route pattern for how many numbers have to be configured? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 route patterns have to be created here, this one. Then I'll follow that hierarchy here. Okay. The route pattern, route list, route group, I'll follow that one. Then also the gateway, because here I don't have multiple gateways. Single gateway we have this one. You can understand that one. Or what I'll do this one, I'll create one dummy gateway here only for the demonstration, but call goes only from the one router, that one. So let's configure another router as a head.323 gateway. Okay, one SIP gateway we have this one. Let's do it that. So before to that, I have already the SIP gateway. Now I'm going to be configure the head.323. Whenever I'm dialing, the call will be hitting to the CUCM. Here, the number matches with the route pattern. After that, the call will be sending outside from the call manager, and the call will be hitting to the gateway. From the gateway, the call will be connecting. This is what I'm going to be achieve here, this one now. Clear? See, already you can see that one. Sorry. Yeah, there are few phones we have already registered here. Can you see this one? These are the phones we have registered. Let me. Okay, so this is the phone, and we have. Okay, this is the phone. This is my internal phone. Okay, it's having the extension 6461004. Can you see it? 6461004. And there is another phone, this one. It's on PSTN. Now I want to call from this. This is the phone registered in the call manager, and this is the phone in the PSTN. So see, 101 emergency, national number, international number, we have this one. There is another unlock phone, we have this one. Now I want to be dialed from here, this one. So before do that, what I'll do this one, see, already I have configured one trunk. The SIP trunk I have configured. You can see that one. So 201, the gateway 201, we have configured as a SIP trunk. Now I'm going to be create one more gateway. That's a dummy gateway. I'm creating this one. Okay. Only for the demonstration purpose. I'm just creating a dummy gateway. What you can take it, SIP gateway is your primary connection. H.323 gateway is your backup connection. That's how you can understand that one. But it's a just dummy gateway I'm creating here. So, H.323 gateway. H.323 gateway. Next, then device name 142.100.64.210. Okay. H.323 gateway. Then it should be in India device pool. Save. ESTM. Then. All right. So now I have created as one H.323 gateway I have created here in this one. Now you can see that one. One SIP gateway we have, one H.323. But actually only SIP gateway is working. H.323 is not working, only for the demonstration purpose, dummy gateway I have configured. Okay, now I am going to be create. See first, see always the call flow comes from the route pattern, but the configuration comes from the bottom. If you can look here, see first gateway we have to configure, next we have to configure route group, then route list, then finally route pattern we have to be create. For this, go to the call routing, route or hunt. Okay. Here we have the option. See, we have what? Route pattern, route list, route group. That actually the call flow comes from the here, but configuration comes from the route group. But before do that, gateways has to be configured. Now I'm creating what? Route group. Okay. Find here. If you have already created any route group, it displays. Now we don't have any route group. I'm adding new route group here. Okay. What is my route group name here? So you can take it anything, this one. For example, Tata. Okay. Tata hyphen RG route group here. Okay. Now here, how many servers you have? The trunk, gateways, MGCP, it can be anything, this one. It displays all here in this one. For example, 201. That is my gateway. I don't know. Okay. Now I just selected this 201. Then I have selected add to route group. So now selected devices. See how many gateways you have. It comes all the list. So I have selected here in the Tata route group. Now, if you want multiple also you can connect. For example, I have one more here. Okay. Example, I'm using tab. Okay, why it's not coming? Okay. So 210 I have also selected. Means in one single route group, multiple gateways you can select here. When you have selected multiple route groups, here you can arrange which one should be the primary, which one should be the secondary. See here you can rearrange that one. Now we have a distribution algorithm here, this one. Circular we have this one, but always it should be top down. That means whenever if the call is coming to the Tata route group, first it goes to this one. If this gateway is not available or it's not routing the call due to some reason, then only it goes to this one. When? If it is a top down. If you select the circular, what happen? First call it goes with this gateway. Second call it goes with this one. Third call again it goes. Means both the routers it uses this one. Got it? It's going to distribute the traffic. First call here, second call here, third call here, fourth call here. This is how it goes, this one. No, top down means always the call goes from this gateway. Whatever it may be, it will be processed. Okay, how many calls it comes? Always. If this router is not available, is the provider or something issue, then it goes to this one here. Got it? That's how what we can do this one. We are going to be configure the route group. Here algorithm we have, how many gateways you want, you can select. But I'm going to remove this one 210 because I'm taking only one gateway. Okay, then save this one. See, one route group I have created, right? Similarly, I'm creating another one here. So another one for Airtel. Airtel hyphen route group. So then 210, I'm selecting this one. Add to router group. 210 got it here. Then save. See? Okay. Now we don't have anything, right? Only one gateway we have, right? Let it be circular or it be. When you have more than one gateway, then only algorithm you have to be select. So now you can see that there are two route groups, Airtel route group, Tata. So Tata is my primary. If the Airtel is my secondary, if the through Tata, if the call is not routing, then it has to be go with the Airtel. Now route group we have created. Okay, now again go to the call routing, go to the route hunt, route group is over. Next, route list. Local route group we have, we'll discuss later that one. Next is the route list. Okay, again route list also it's a name. But in the route group, it's a name, but we are associating the gateways. But route list, it's a name and we are associating the route groups. Okay. So fine. I don't have any route list creating here. One second. Okay. Here I can route list. For example, headquarter hyphen route list. Any name you can give this one. Description. Okay. HQ office. Okay. CUCM group you have to define. Okay. Which CUCM group? In which location you are configuring, that location one CUCM group will be there, right? Actually device pool will be there. For that device pool, what CUCM group you have to select that one. So IN CUCM group, save this one. Because now you have to check this one, run on all active unified. Why? Because if the primary server is there, if that goes down, secondary server should know, right, how to route the call external. So that's the reason this one. Save, cannot be empty. Okay, got it. So now here we have to select the route group. Go to the add route group. Here in the route group, see whatever the route groups you have selected, you'll be getting. Which one you have to select here? Okay, first I'm going to select Airtel. Okay. Then I'm going to select one more, Tata. Okay. On the top, who is Airtel? But actually, Tata. So what you can do, already Airtel is selected down here. You can adjust. Now Tata is on top. Now you can save this one. Route list is created. Okay. Next, route pattern. Go to the route pattern. Find there is any route pattern. We don't have any route pattern. I am creating a new route pattern here, this one. Add new. So that's the pattern number here. What is the number? 101. 101. So here, 101 we have. I'll create now. 101 route pattern. Then here you have the route option. Can you see this one? Uh, 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 uh. Here, gateway or route list. If you go here, headquarter route list we have. Okay. Select this here. Then save this one. That's it. Simple. Later on, I'm going to be take one more class on this one. All some patterns we have to be discussed this one. See, now you just go back. Whenever you dial the number, yes, 101 is what type of number? Route pattern. So this number is going to route to the headquarter route list. Under route list, we have two route groups. First is the Tata, second one is the Airtel. First it goes to the Tata. Under the Tata, we have one SIP gateway. From there, it goes outside. That's how, that's it. Got it? That's how we can create. Now, another few more route patterns we have to be create. I'm taking 5 minutes break, then we'll start. Okay, so we have created the route pattern 101. But what I'm going to do here in this one, I just create one access code also, means not 101 directly, 9101. Okay, so means user has to be dial 9101. But whenever the user dials, 9 has to be stripped in the call manager, and the call has to be sent. Only 101 has to be sent to the gateway here in this one. So I'm just let me select 9101 here. 9, but whatever the number it wants to be stripped, you have to give dot. Means before dot, whatever the number you have, it is going to be stripped. 9.101. That means whenever the user is dialing, user has to dial 9101. But 9 is going to be stripped, only 101 is going to be forward that number to be gateway. For this one, what you have to do here, after giving the pattern, if you scroll down on the call party transformation, can you see this one? Discard digits. If you go here, there are many we have, but here we have to select pre-dot. Pre-dot means before dot, whatever the number you have this one, it has to be stripped that one. Now I'm going to save this one. Got it? Now we have created. Now let's do it. Dial the number. This is my internal phone, and this is the PSTN phone. Okay, 101 here. From here, if I dial 101, it has to be reached to the this PSTN phone here in this one. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do here in this one. All right. So here in this one, what I had to do here, this one. So I had to dial the number. So 101, I'm dialing. Cannot read the number here, this one. Okay. Why? Because my actual pattern is 9101, not 101. So I had to dial 9101 here. Cannot read the number here, this one. Okay, the call is not routing here because the call is going to the call manager. From the call manager, it's sending to the gateway, but in the gateway, we don't have any configuration here, this one. Okay, so whenever if you want to troubleshoot, if the call is not going outside, you have to look the configuration first. All the configuration is good. So here many components comes or many elements comes in this one. Maybe you're dialing the wrong pattern number, means number you're dialing wrong, or partition or CSS is mismatching, or translation pattern is mismatched. Means translation pattern means some manipulation is mismatching. But checking individually all this in production network, it takes a lot of time. So that's the reason we have one tool called DNA, Dialed Number Analyzer. This is the tool we can use it to check it out, the call is routing or not. Okay, means if there is any issue on the configuration, we can look into that one. If there is no issue on the configuration, then successfully it will be routed. Means within the call manager, we have any issue or not to we check it out, the DNA tool we use this one. That's only for the call manager. Okay, for this one, what we had to do here, I'll just go to the unified serviceability. Tools, service activation. Can you see here this one? Okay, here, this one. Cisco dial number analyzer. Okay, this service should be activate. Okay, if this service is not activate, then DNA will not work. We'll not get an option actually, the DNA option will not get it here. Okay, so I'm activating that service, DNA dial number analyzer. I think tomorrow she's going to explain you about this one. So why I'm taking this one, so it get rehearsed for you guys. So that's the reason. Now, if you go to the tools, now you are getting a dial number analyzer. Can you see this one here? So you have to go to the unified serviceability. You have to go to the tools. Now, earlier I was not getting this option. Okay. Now you just select DNA dial number analyzer. You are analyzing the call. Analysis, phones. Select the phones. And here you have to select the which phone model. You should be know what phone model or directory. You can filter here. Device name, description, directory number. What I'm going to do, I'll select search with the directory number. Always use contain, not begin with here. And the number is 6461004, right? 6461004. Okay, fine. So this is the Abbas Ali. Select this phone. Call manager. Abbas Ali, where it's registered. Call manager. Now 6461004. Select the line. Suppose you have multiple line, it displays. Now what number you are dialing? 9101. Sorry, 9101, this number. Do analysis. If there is any issue in the call manager, means any configuration is mismatching, what happen? We get the error here in this one. If there is no issue, why? Because in the call manager, might be you are dialing the wrong pattern, partition CSS is not matching. Okay, then this one translation pattern, something manipulation is not working properly. So in that case, what happen? Call will be not route here. Okay, now here in this one, you have to look this one. Match result, route this party pattern. That means there is no issue in the call manager. Whatever the configuration we have, we don't have any issue on that one. Suppose here, block this pattern we are getting. That means something, there is an issue within the call manager. Then you have to be check it out. You are dialing what number? 9101 you are dialing, right? Okay. Here you can see the call flow. If you expand this one, yes, 9101, it is a route pattern matching. Can you see this one? Okay. Route pattern is matching. Which route list is matching? Headquarter route list is matching. Then under the headquarter, Tata route group, Airtel route group we have. Under Tata route group, okay, device, SIP trunk, you have this one. Can you see this one? 142.164.201. That means call is going till gateway. Okay. Now we don't have any issue on the call manager. That's how you can check it out. So I'm not taking in detail now here in this one. Okay. Because tomorrow you have a separate session on this one. So you'll be working on that one. So only some overview I'm giving now because we are running out of time now. So that's the reason. Got it? Now the call is not connecting, but I had to look into the gateway here, this one. So let's get into the gateway. My gateway is 201. Okay. Get into that gateway. Sorry. If I'm dialing the number again, one more time, what is my number? 9101. I'm dialing. Cannot read the number. The first busy tone I'm getting. So now I don't have DNA I have analyzed. There is no issue on that one. Now I have to be check it out in the gateway. The call is coming or not. Means the call is hitting to the call manager. From the call manager, the call has to become where? On the gateway it has to become. Now how you can check it out the call is hitting on not on the gateway? For this, there is one debug command. Okay. I'm accessing this router remotely. For this one, what I'm going to do, terminal monitor to see here this one. There is one debug command, debug wipe CAPI in and out. This is one debug space wipe space CC API space in out. In this, you can see the inbound and outbound LPR matches. Okay. And also you can see that one. Whenever you do the test call, if any output is coming, that means the call is coming on that one. If the output is not coming, means the call is not coming on that one. Enter here in this one. Now I'll just go here. I'm going to dial the number 9101. This is the number. Dial. Yes, yes, yes. Here you can see the call got disconnected, no issues, but the call is coming till my router here. How I can say that one? See, this is one. What I'm going to do, let me copy this one. Okay. Open the notepad. Okay. I'm just opening the notepad here. I'm going to paste it here. Come out here. See, the call is coming till my gateway. So this is whenever if you come, this is the first call, like the call is coming here. Now, if you scroll down here, where it is, this one. Can you see this calling number? Who is my calling number? 6461004. Who is my call number? 101. You remember? I'm dialing 9101. It's sending only 101. Okay. This one. Incoming dial pair 301 is matching here. I don't know what is this 301 incoming dial pair. Okay. Whenever if you dial inbound and outbound dial pair, it's very important that one. It's matching. Fine. Now let's see any outbound dial pair is matching here. This one. We don't have any outbound dial pair here. This one. Okay. Call disconnected here. Call disconnected. Call disconnected. Cause is 1. This is called cast code. Okay, cast value 1 means unallocated number or unassigned number means that number is not there or not matching here. Why? Because here we have not created outbound dial pair. Here we have not created outbound dial. For example, simple outbound dial pair. Use space all. I'm stopping the debug. Okay. So you can type show dial pair voice summary here. See, we don't have any dial pair here to reach the 101. Right? If you want to create simple dial pair, you just create a simple. Now, as if I'm just creating simple dial pair. Okay. Dial peer voice tag number. Tag number is 101. It's a POTS. Why? Because through the PSTN the call is going even. Okay. Next, destination pattern 101. Next, port number 0/1/0:15. Then no digit strip. Then no shutdown. No digit strip because it's outbound dial peer here, this one. Okay. Now I just created. Now you go back, take it to your phone. Now in this time the call has to be connected. Now 9100000. Not here. I have to dial here. 9101. Here we go. Okay. This is my internal phone. This is my PSTN phone. I'm dialing. So the call is coming 6461004. I can answer the call. Hey, hi. So I can hear on my headphone. Got it? That's how we can be connect. Got it? That's how what we are going to be make, because the dial peer was not created here. Now dial peer you create for other 2-3 numbers. Then because on the pattern which I have route pattern I have given, right, 9. Okay. Yes, that one. Now here you create another patterns and dial the number, call will be route successfully. But I am not creating now. You got it, the concept, right? How the call is going outside in this one. Okay. Now you want, I'll be saving this configuration, this one. This is how the call goes. Any doubts? Any questions? It's very simple. There are other many things, but the topology I have given. But with the topology, what you have to do, you had to practice few things.